Hair's looking a little crazy, but we're Gucci, fam. Hi everybody, I'm Jessica Nicole Dickerson, aka JND, and welcome back to another video. So, today's video got a lot of fun things planned for you, or me. As you might know from the title of this video, I am fan casting myself in book to movie adaptations. I know, what a cocky sentence, but as a lot of you guys know, I am an actor. I am graduating with my theater degree this May. Yay! It's the perfect time when all the industries have like closed down and productions have halted. What a fabulous time. But to stay motivated, I think it'd be fun to do this video. I've also recently got a lot of questions asking me like, hey, what would you cast yourself in? So you guys have been asking for it and I need more motivation. So without further ado, let's get into fan casting myself into book to movie adaptations. The very first book to movie adaptation that I would really want to be casted in, like if this whole list didn't exist and I could only choose one, this would be the one. And I would want to be Mare from Red Queen. Cliche, I know. Maybe some people don't like this book as much as I did. This really just changed my world. I was not a big fantasy person. I was not a big YA reader. Like, I had read Divergent and they already made a movie for that, so I was like, okay, whatever. And I read Fault in Our Stars and they made a movie for that and I was like, whatever, played by the same girl. I'm like, okay, fine. Those were the two books that really I started to read, but then when Red Queen hit, it changed my perspective in every sense of the word. I started reading like crazy and it changed my world. It was the first book that I had read in a matter of a few days because I'm not a fast reader, and it just shook me to my core. But yes, I would want to be Mare because she is feisty, she's kind of stubborn, she's kind of annoying, she's, you know, there to survive and try and thrive, and she's always thinking about her family and her friends first, and she doesn't think of consequences. So she just sounds like the perfect, like, roughhouseian character I would love to play. And she's kind of badass, you know, she like represents some muscles, you know, she like throwing lightning at people. It just sounds like the best journey as an actor, like something so fun in that fun magical world. So if you don't know, Red Queen is based on a totally fantasized world where there are people with red blood who are commoners and people with silver blood who are thought of as gods. So of course there's an oppressive system. Mare is thought to have red blood. You kind of figure out some spooky things about the difference between blood. Is there a difference in how people have magical powers? I don't want to spoil nothing, but I think it's quite a journey. And yeah, I definitely recommend the book. And yo, I recommend to cast me as Mare. I'm ready. You guys are gonna realize how obnoxious I am from this video. I just know it. The second book to movie adaptation I would cast myself in is Carve the Mark, and I would cast myself as Syra. So this is a story by Veronica Roth, her duology. This is science fiction. Basically, in this world, there's like 11 or so planets, and there's one planet that's struggling for control of the domain, and there's people who are like in the north where it's more icy, and then there's people who kind of are considered scavengers towards the south, and they tend to travel space to other planets, collect resources, whatnot. So Syra is a part of the collective group that is more scavengery, and then there's a dude on the other side who, there's just a lot of political problems with the planet, and they are fighting for control, and things go awry, and people from the scavenging place kidnap the boy and bring him to Syra's family. Syra is the princess. Basically, she's unhinged, she's angry, she's upset at the world, her parents suck, or her mom didn't suck, but that's not a spoiler. But her family around her sucks. Her brother is power hungry, and she doesn't have any friends or future, and her magical power is pain. Besides feeling physical pain, she can cause others physical pain by just touching them, and there's like this smokiness that that covers her whole body, and she just seems like that feisty like character who's, you know, fighting for life, kind of like Mare, but in a different sense of the way, because I find Syra to not be stubborn, but she's very knowledgeable and she's very calculative with all her moves, and it's a very interesting and such a complex character. And I love Carve the Mark. It's such a great like duology, like 10 out of 10. Recommend casting myself, and you should read that duology because it's for real real good. Just saying. This next one shouldn't be any surprise to anyone, but it's from the goddess Elizabeth Acevedo, and it is With the Fire on High, and I would cast myself as Imani herself. She is like a Latinx black girl, and she's trying to develop her culinary skills, but she has a daughter, and she doesn't know if she should balance the responsibilities of just getting a job, paying the bills right away, or is she allowed to chase her dreams? Such a complex character, so interesting. She's also kind of feisty in figuring out love and if she can trust people again. She also has an interesting relationship with her dad and her abuela, which having an abuela in the household is so similar to me in my life, because I grew up with my abuela in the house yelling and whatnot, telling me what to do. But yeah, I would love to play Imani and her depth and complexity, and I'd also just love the conversation about love and trust and chasing your dreams. It needs to be a movie. 100% needs to be a movie. With the Fire on High, it'd be the cutest freaking thing ever. Like Netflix to all the boys you loved before cuteness. And I'm down to be Imani, guys. Like, I got the hair, so I think I could do it. The following book, I feel like I'm just gonna throw it out there, even though I might not be the perfect casting for it. But it's one of those books that I really love, and she's like a tan girl, so I'm like, maybe I could pull it off. But she's supposed to be very tall. But it is The Last Magician, the most fabulous book, and I would cast myself as Esta. Yeah, she's described as a tall, like, headstrong lady. I'm headstrong, but I'm not tall in any means. I think I could pull off trying to be like boyishly, because there's sometimes where she like disguises herself as a boy, because the book is set in like the 1920s for most of it, even though there's a lot of time travel that's happening within it. But it's an urban fantasy, and Esta is here to save the world. She has to stop this bad thing from happening. Basically, magicians are being locked in Manhattan and oppressed, and she's trying to stop that from happening. And she's just such a badass character. Oh, and the romantic tension is beautiful. So this definitely needs to be a movie ASAP. And I would be honored to play Esther. I'm not tall. I'm 5'2". But you know what? I could dress up like a boy. And I would just have to, you would just have to do something about the hair. But it would be so fun. Maybe I could be a side character that I don't recall. Like, I don't remember off the top of my head. But I want to sneak my way into that. Pretty please. And the lighting's definitely changing a lot, so just ignore that. Just. This next book is definitely becoming a movie, because we know Angie Thomas is queen, and On the Come Up has already been written as a screenplay, because I follow the Instagram where Angie Thomas is creating her new production house. So cool. I love it so much. I would cast myself as Shauna in On the Come Up. So I would not cast myself as Brie. No, I do not have the rapping skills. Plus, I think that woman should be a little bit darker. Just in my opinion. But Shauna is kind of the know-it-all person who ends up dating Malik for a little bit. So yeah, I would cast myself in that role as the person who's like, you know, the president of a club and telling people what to do. That would definitely be me, for sure, 100%. And I'm happy that this is becoming a movie, and I'm keeping my eyes out on it, because I'm trying to be like, can I sneak my way into this movie? I best, you know, I'm trying my best. This book is so hyped in the book community, and I know it's going to be a movie sometime soon. I know someone has purchased the rights to it, but it is Children with Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I know I just came out with a vlog kind of like talking about Virtue of Vengeance. I think the movie would be so impactful just because of the full black cast. I'm getting Wakanda vibes. I think it's very necessary, and I'm really excited to see how the third book comes together, because I feel like the world is so interesting. I just feel like sometimes with books they can get monotonous sometimes, but the first book was definitely touched me in such a way. I would cast myself as Amari from Children of Blood and Bone, because definitely not Zelly material, guys. That girl needs to be real dark and real beautiful, super shiny, everything. I feel like I can be, you know, Amari in the palace, being a stingy little princess, and then learning to fight my way back and developing strength. She is a strong character initially. Like, obviously she was trained to handle swordsmanship and whatnot, but she's been suppressing those feelings for such a long time because of her upbringing with her father and how her mother treats her. What a crazy family. But yeah, I definitely think she's the complex character that I could definitely play, and I think it'd be interesting to have one of her characters have hair like mine. I don't know. Do you agree? Did you see it? Because I know they kind of mentioned that her hair is like long and silky, but it would be interesting because like her mom could have this thing about having like a girl with too big hair, because the mom in like the first like 40 pages of Children mention how Amari's hair and how her skin is too dark, and like how she kind of nitpicks her for certain things. So I'm like, you can nitpick me on my hair. I'm perfect for this role, guys. You see it, you see it. I know you do, guys. I know you do. Okay. So the last casting I'm going to do for myself is from The Bells by Danielle Clayton. So this is a story about how, because of history, it's a fantastical book, and because of past history with the gods and whatnot, they have left the bells in humans' hands to create beautiful people, because now people are gray and kind of ugly, and the only way to be beautiful and filled with color is through a bell. And there's only a couple every, I want to say, decade that can do and have that ability, and they're enlisted to help the community be beautiful. And but it's very trendy. It's very much how you would think social media would work in this world. Ooh, took away my tag. Cute. And I would cast myself as Camilla. I think I could totally rock that. Confused girl, looking for love, trying to figure out, is this my actual dream job? Why are people being shady? Like, I think I could pull it off. I think I could pull it off. So those are all the movies that I would want to be casted in off the top of my head. Of course, I'd want to cast myself in everything. I'm an actor. Like, that's how actors roll. It's like, please give me any job, or at least actors who don't work professionally just yet. Yeah, so guys, comment down below, who would you cast me as? What would be your fan cast for me, if you have one? If you don't, that's fine. Tell me what book you want to be adapted into a book to movie adaptation. Comment that down below. And yeah, I hope you found this video fun. I might do more acting kind of content. I am an actor. I'm a professional actor now with my degree, so you might see more content from me about that. So if you have any more questions, leave them down below. I'm already kind of planning on filming a video about my theater experience at university, because I don't see a lot of people talking about that on YouTube. So tell me if you're interested in that. And thank you so much for all your support. I can't believe this channel is almost at 2,000 subscribers. That is insane. But yeah, make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. I'm so proud of this wing eyeliner. Like this eye, but not this eye. This eye's like fierce.